I made a video and Satan ruined our internet connection. And see this cap I'm wearing? This is Channel Z. I used to have it up because I didn't have money to support it. I didn't know people were watching it. I guess people are watching it, so I'm probably going to put it back up. I'm thinking about getting on Patreon because my mother is going out of reward thinking that I'm probably not going to be able to support myself. I've had people tell me that if I wrote books, they would buy them. And even though I'm stubborn, this idea that don't hold back good, I'm probably going to try to make a book and sell it. I may not sell it. No, you have to sell it. If you make a book, you have to sell it. Maybe I'll put it somewhere and I'll like put Creative Commons on it, and then people will just pay me through Patreon, and they'll have free books. And then other people can like publish the books. They can like go and print them and make money off of the printing of the books, and I'll be fine with that. Because, people have to make money, in order to survive. Some of us don't really have to do that much. But I'm not as much concerned, I guess, as my mom is about my being able to support myself. I was going to point out something, and I think Satan really doesn't want me to say this, but if he's really good with technology, he'll just because he controls the technology, okay? If you have any kind of computer problems, any kind of internet stuff like that, and your tech guys can't figure it out, it's Satan. Satan doing it. He's keeping you from it. It's not God, it's Satan that's doing it. He has control of all of the technology, and I'm getting this feeling that he doesn't have control over printed stuff. That's the reason why I'm thinking about making a book. Because this YouTube account, it can come down at any time, and all this stuff would be lost. And my advice to you, that if you really care about the content on YouTube, get a program called YouTube-DL. There's also a graphical version of it. You can get it on your computer, and it's called it's a graphical front end for YouTube DL. So it's called a YouTube something. YouTube DL GUI. So you get YouTube DL GUI, and it's a nice little interface. And it downloads other stuff, and I shall not say it downloads from a lot of sites you can get into. You can download pretty much any site that's got video content, and you can see where that goes. But go and do it to this. Do it to my channel. Download my videos off of YouTube. Suck them all down. And I'm gonna probably try to do the same for myself. Just suck them all down so that I'll have it backed up somewhere. And to the people that were watching Channel Z, I'm sorry, and I'm doubly sorry because I didn't back it up. I may have a backup somewhere, but how I really made Rock Me Amadeus is by asking my ISP, my website, GoDaddy. I asked him just clone my account over into another account, and so that's probably what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to clone Rock Me Amadeus, rename it to Channel Z, and or something like that, and I'm gonna put it back up, and I'm just gonna load it up with lots of Christian content. And I could put it in Rock Me Amadeus, but there are a lot of people who just you want to be immersed in it. If you're Christian, you want to be totally immersed in Christian music, because it's quite different from mainstream. Mainstream music is focused on relationships and how my lover is not doing this. It's mostly relationship based with your lover, basically. It's the blues about losing my job, about not being, it's something like that. But if it is anything, if it ever goes into gospel, then, to certain people it resonates, but to a lot of people it doesn't, because there's not a whole lot of people that believe in Christ or Jesus, and so you're really not. I mean, there might be people that'll listen to Christian content, but a good bit won't. And so the thing to do is to have a separate site that's just pure Christian immersion. And I'm not going to do it for Muslims, and I'm not going to do it for any of the other religions, because I just don't know how much. I don't know enough about those other religions to really know if there is really something being said throughout that's consistent. And Judeo-Christian stuff is pretty much consistent. And there's a lot of stuff in there that'll surprise the crap out of you. Like, there's this part earlier on in the Old Testament where God wrestles with somebody. He wrestles with a man. And said, God's a wrestler. God wrestles. He'll get you in a scissor bind. That will freak you out. If you're a wrestler, then, and to know that God's a wrestler, you'd be like, whoa, he wrestles people. Yes, he does. So God's a wrestler. And that's going to probably freak you out. There's lots of little things like that through the Bible. It's just, you'll read through it and then you'll be like, oh, you'll be like, whoa, I didn't see, whoa, how, and then there are other things, like you're not reading the Bible and you're just thinking about something, and then trickles through some other ideas, and then they're like, you have what are called epiphanies. People have epiphanies. I mean, everybody has epiphanies. And what epiphany is the minute you realize something and then it just changes everything for you. And that's an epiphany. And it's also a drink in Manhattan, and I forgot what the mixture is, but it involves alcohol, and I wouldn't suggest getting one. It's pretty close to a cocktail. Some cocktail, it's got, vodka and something in it. It's called an epiphany. And it won't give you an epiphany, but I've had one, so it's not a big deal.